Okay, so before getting started, I just wanted to let you know that all of Dr. Winston's videos will be coming from his books, with the majority of his content coming from the book that Microsoft asked him to write. His 2019 Data Analysis and Business Modeling book. This is Microsoft's best-selling Excel book in the world, and you can see here, based on the reviews, that it's an extremely popular book. Dr. Winston's Marketing Analytics book covers all things marketing analytics and has been one of the best-selling books on the topics, as you can see here also by the 105 reviews. Finally, his Analytics Stories book covers real-world problems and he solves them using Excel. It is his newest book, but has perfect reviews thus far. So why am I telling you all of this? First of all, if you just watch all of the content, you will be getting a world-class education. Dr. Winston created the Excel course for Harvard, and virtually every business school in the world uses his books. If you go into the description below, there will be links to download the before and the after Excel files. No email is required, they're direct download links, and downloading the file will help you follow along. Also, if you like the content, then like, comment, and subscribe. This will help you be notified in the future, and it really helps us with the YouTube algorithm. It'll help students like you to see new content. Finally, please ask questions. Just leave a comment with your questions and we'll try to help answer. We really want you to learn and understand the content of these videos. With all that being said, let's get started.
In this video, we'll show you how to sort on color, which is always cool. You can create really nice color formats using additional formatting, which we'll cover in a future course for the certification. So here we have our transactions, how many? 1900. And we've got a bunch of colors in the name column. Suppose we want to sort on color. So we'll see which colors we have by doing data sort. Okay. And with data as headers, we've got that. So we're going to go name column. Now we can do cell color or font color icons we're not going to talk about yet, but we could do the font color as well as the cell color. But now we see all the colors in that column. So I'm going to do green first, copy level, don't want green next. Let's say red next, copy level, yellow. So the green should be followed by the red, followed by the yellow, by nothing. So there's your green, and there's basically, we've got red there and then yellow. Maybe we want to switch the order, okay, depending on how we want it. So basically, we could switch this one to yellow and make this one red if we wanted. And then we'd have CC on the bottom like that. That's fine, but then that's pretty amazing. If you created the colors using what's called conditional formatting, that gives you a really easy way sort of to sort your data.
So thanks for watching. We really hope you're enjoying our Excel videos. And over the next several years, we'll be releasing our complete library of Excel training onto our YouTube channel. But if you don't want to wait for years, then I wanted to talk to you a bit about the master course Dr. Winston has created. It's his life's work, and I wanted to talk to you about the benefits that you can receive from enrolling. The first thing is lifetime access. And lifetime access doesn't just mean you'll have a login forever, it means that you'll get to have access to all of the new content that Dr. Winston creates. So even though the course currently has more than 800 videos, Dr. Winston creates new content all the time. As Excel or as Microsoft, creates new functions and new functionality in Excel, Dr. Winston will create content that you will have access to. And you will also have access to all the new spreadsheets and all of the new videos that Dr. Winston creates. And what this will do is this will help you stay up to date with Excel. Next is there's a 60-day money back guarantee. Right? This guarantee is a no questions asked guarantee. So if at any time within the first 60 days you're not completely satisfied, I will personally refund your money. You can email me, ryan@excelwithwayne.com. Also, there's a 50-question exam that you can take upon completion of the course. This will test how well you're retaining the knowledge of the videos. And if you pass that test with 70% or greater, then you'll get a certificate of completion. And the certificate looks like this. And if you look in the bottom left, once you receive a certificate, you can have a job recruiter or an HR manager. They can email us. They can email Dr. Winston, Wayne at excelwithwayne.com, and he will verify that you did, in fact, complete our course. The challenge with Excel courses is that there's no support, right? Normally you purchase the course and then you're on your own. But what if you have any questions? What if you don't understand things? And the benefit of our private Facebook group is that you don't just have to ask questions about our course, you can ask questions about your day to day Excel questions. Our group is called the Excel Mastermind, and you can see here there's more than 1,700 members that are more than happy to answer your questions. And this group is also only for students of Dr. Winston's. So you're going to have very, very, intelligent students, people that have invested in themselves, helping you answer your questions, as well as us. We also monitor the group. So as mentioned before, there's more than 800 videos in the course. There are currently, I believe, 811 videos. But going forward, we're always creating new content. And along with those videos, there's more than 1,500 downloadable Excel files. And the benefit of the downloadable files is that you get the before and the after file. And the benefit of having the after file is that you can follow along, right? And so all the formulas that Dr. Winston creates, you'll have in you'll be able to download them. Currently there's more than 75 hours of content, but again, going forward, Dr. Winston creates new videos all the time, and so that number is going to keep on increasing. So real quick, let's just talk about some of the issues with online training, and specifically online Excel training. The first one, as mentioned before, is there's no support, right? Like, what happens if you have a question? What happens if you don't understand something about the course? Or, what happens if you don't understand something in your day-to-day task? Because no matter what Excel course you purchase, they're not going to solve your exact problem, right? Because you're setting up your spreadsheet, you're in your own way, and things like that. So again, we solve that problem with our private Facebook group. So you can see it here again, the Excel Mastermind group. You can go to it. You won't be able to access it until you become a student, but you can go and you can sort of see, I mean, this is a real group on Facebook. The next issue, which is a pretty big issue with Excel, is that once you purchase most courses, actually all courses that I know of, they're not up to date. And what do I mean by not up to date? So Microsoft in the past 2 years, and really in the past 6 months, but let's use the past 2 years, they've really, really updated Excel, and they've added a ton of new functions and a ton of new functionality. And so if the courses are not adding new content as Excel or as Microsoft is releasing content, then you're really going to be left behind. So as you can see here, these are just a few of the functions that Microsoft has recently released. The MinFS, the MaxFS, XLOOKUP, which is probably the number one new function in Excel because it replaces the VLOOKUP and the HLOOKUP and index match. The unique function, the filter function, sort, stock history, and then stock data types, geography data types, switch, ifs, etc. There's new charting functionality. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And so again, if you're purchasing a course that is not staying up to date, then you're really going to be left behind. And what I mean by left behind is that you're not going to be as efficient in your spreadsheet tasks that you could be. Finally, it's the quality of the professor. And so this is where I want to talk a little bit about Dr. Winston. So the first thing you could do is just go over to Google and type in Wayne Winston. And you can see over here on the right side his Wikipedia page. You can see he went to MIT. You can see some of the books he made. You can go to Amazon, or you can go to, Kelly, which is the Kelly School of Business at Indiana University. You can go to his LinkedIn page. I mean, there's a lot of places you can go to just to see about Dr. Winston. Who is he? Another thing you could do is you could search for his books. Just go to Wayne Winston books and look at images. But you can see Microsoft's book 2019, 2016, 2010. I believe it goes back all the way to 2003, but I'm not 100%. I'm pretty sure, but not 100% on that. So the main book that Dr. Winston has written is his 2019 book. When I say the main book, the most popular book. I mean, all of his books are very popular, but this is his most popular one, as you can see here, based on the reviews. And this is the book that Microsoft has asked Dr. Winston to write. And this is Microsoft's best-selling Excel book on the topic. His second popular book is called Marketing Analytics. And you can see, again, there's very good reviews on this. You can go to Amazon and you can see the reviews. And I would say go to Amazon and look at the bad reviews, because the bad reviews are talking about the shipping, like the book was messed up in shipping, or it doesn't include the downloadable files, but it actually does. They just didn't know how to find it. But this book covers all things marketing analytics. And his other book here is Analytic Stories. And this is a very interesting book because what Dr. Winston does with this is he solves real world problems using Excel and using analytics to show, some interesting things that have happened historically and proving them, with Excel and with statistics in Excel. So instead of talking about the books that Dr. Winston has written, maybe the best thing to do, since Excel is a business tool, the number one business tool in the world, what about business schools? Very popular business schools. Like, so who trust him? Like, what are the top business schools in the world? So let's go to the first one, which would be Harvard here. And what you can see is they asked him to create their course. You can see on the one, two, three, the fourth link, you can see that in 2013, that is the spreadsheet course. I do believe there is a 2016 course, but I'm not 100%. Um, and so yeah, they're using his books, Mathematics for Management. They're using his data analysis books in his courses and things like that. So Harvard's using him, but let's just look at some other schools, right? So the next one would be MIT, and you can see the syllabus of MIT is using his operations research book. You can see MIT OpenCourseWare is using his stuff, and the list goes on and on. But let's keep going. Let's not stop there, right? So Stanford is using his stuff, and I'm going to go a little bit faster just because there are a lot of universities here. So Stanford, right? You can see Wharton, which is a really popular finance school. If you're not familiar with it, has used this stuff at least a couple years ago they did. And then you have Columbia in New York is using his books. NYU, also in New York, is using his material. You could go to Yale. And here's an interesting one because this is IIT, which is in India, and it's the number one school in India. It's apparently the hardest university in the world to get into because like everybody applies to it and has a very, very low um, acceptance rate. But again, you can see they're using his book. And also here, this is the Indian Institute of Management, which is the number one business school in India. And you can see again, they're all using his content. And this is a school in China. It's SEIBS, and this is the number one business school in Asia, I believe. And they're also using his content. And then finally in Europe, INSEAD, which I am not 100%. I think it's in Switzerland. I could be wrong. But again, they are all using his book. So essentially, the number one business school in every country is using his book. In America, the top 10 or top 5 are using his books. And so Excel is a business software. Business schools are using his content, and so they all trust him, right? And the biggest sign of trust is that they're using his materials to teach their professors how to teach the subject of Excel, right? And also advanced analytics. Also sort of on the just like a fun note about Dr. Winston is that he was also a two-time Jeopardy champion. And you can Google that, you can go to YouTube and you can watch him answer the questions. It's actually pretty funny. And so in his courses he does add a lot of trivia, and that's sort of makes it a little bit fun because we all know it's Excel, right? Like, how fun can Excel really be? So yeah, so that's some of the things I wanted to talk to you about. If you have any questions, just let us know. But if you did want to go and you wanted to invest in yourself, then you could go to excelwithwayne.com/course. And also, when you get to the site, if you just scroll down a bit, then you can see the syllabus here. And if you click on any of those syllabi, you will then be able to see the exact materials in that course. Because I'll go back one here, but you're not just getting one course, you're getting 4 courses. The top left one here, the complete Microsoft Excel course, that is from his book that he's been writing for Microsoft. And the marketing analytics book is from his marketing analytics book, or sorry, his marketing analytics course is from his marketing analytics book. And then his analytics stories course is from his analytics stories book. And then the Monte Carlo simulation with Palisades, that is a very advanced course, and you would need the at risk. You get the course, but you would need at risk the add-in to be able to follow along to that. I mean, you could still, of course, watch the videos. It's just to follow along, you need to purchase the add-in. It is not included in the course. But again, if you click on any of the syllabi there, you would see something like this. And then if you click, the plus sign on any of the chapters, you would see every video that is included inside of that. So let's talk about the price of the course, right? So with Dr. Winston, well, let's step back. So let's talk about the price of an MBA. So this is where Dr. Winston teaches. And if you were to purchase this course, it's the equivalent of probably 4 MBA courses. And I can tell you this because I'm an MBA alumni of Dr. Winston's. And this is where he taught. He's retired, but you can see the prices here. And the price of the course is $397 for lifetime access. And what you will get with that is, again, everything we just talked about. And so you can compare the prices because it's essentially you're getting 4 college courses, which is 12 hours of college credit, and an MBA is about 48 hours. So you're essentially getting 1/4 of an MBA from watching the content of Dr. Winston. And so finally, that's it. That's the pitch. And so if you have any questions, just let us know. Email us anytime, and you can email us at info@excelwithwayne.com. And yeah, thanks for watching, and really hope to see you in class.